I've been asked multiple times, why do I play Yamato? Is Yamato bad? Why does nobody else play Yamato? And the simple answers are, 'cause swords. Depends on the player, but it's very easy for her to be bad, and because she is not easy to learn. But the fact that I've been asked these questions over and over again has made me realize that nobody knows how to play Yamato, and I want to change that. So with my experience and personal build, I'm going to explain to you how I play Yamato, Invincible under the sun. There are a few different ways that people like to build Yamato, but my preference is focused around her abilities, spirit damage, and lifesteal from that damage, overall making you an extremely hard target to kill. Hence the Vagabond reference with Invincible under the sun. The build itself is relatively simple. Early to mid-game, all your items are focused around increasing your spirit power, ability range, and your overall health/spirit lifesteal. And for the early to mid-game, that is all you will need, because Yamato and this build dominates in that section of the match. Yamato's power slash is dealing so much damage during the early game that you will be farming kills. But as the end game approaches, you will notice a steep fall off in your damage, because Yamato has some of the worst spirit scaling into the end game. But that's alright because the build takes that into account. Once you have all your mid-game items, you will want to buy these two items as soon as possible. Refresher and Escalating Exposure. Refresher instantly resetting all of your abilities, including your ultimate, which is extremely important in the endgame, and Escalating Exposure, which will overall help your damage, because all your abilities deal spirit damage, and you will be spamming them almost non-stop, maximizing the overall benefit of the item. Whichever item you decide to buy first is really up to preference, but I usually go with Refresher to start off. Once you have those two items, buy Superior Cooldown, put it on Crimson Slash, and the core of your end game build is finished. The rest of the items you buy are based on what you think you'll need. Need more sustain and lifesteal? You buy Leech. Want more damage? Boundless Spirit. Everyone is building to silence you. You cop Unstoppable. It doesn't matter what it is, but whatever you might need in the endgame should be found here. But as you should know, items are only part of the build. You will also need to know how to level your abilities. The tough part is that leveling really depends on the situation, but here's the ideal. You unlock your abilities in this order: Power Slash, Crimson Slash, then Flying Strike. Power Slash is where the majority of your damage comes from, so you'll want to max that out as soon as possible. Next, you want to level Crimson Slash to tier 2 for the heal. Then after that, you want to grab the first level of Shadow Transformation for the cooldown reduction. Once you have that, you grab the final level of Crimson Slash for the cooldown reduction to increase your overall sustain. Finally, you will want to level to at least the second tier of Flying Strike for the increase in range, so that nobody will be able to escape you. After that, the rest of the leveling is really your preference, but that is the ideal leveling path. But just because this is the ideal doesn't mean you should follow it exactly, because sometimes it's more beneficial to grab the cooldown on your ult early, or maybe the life gain from your Crimson Slash. It just depends on the situation you find yourself in, and you'll learn that through playtime. Finishing up, the ideal ability rotation will look a little something like this, but this really depends on the situation and the fight. You don't always want to go flying in. Sometimes you'll just want to poke with your Power Slash and look for that opportunity to pick someone low or trying to get away. But that, once again, learning when to do that will come down to playtime and practice with the character. There's never a clear-cut way on how to engage fights. But hopefully this build and these tips helped you understand the appeal of Yamato. She's definitely not the easiest to play and succeed with, but if you put in the work to learn how to play her, you won't regret it. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
I need a way to fix on my heart, but there ain't a bandage to cover these scars. Keep using my kindness, 'cause that's who you are.
Oh my god, I just see Zen like a missile.
Can we do